There was emotional testimony today during the Schoharie County limousine trial.
The day was highlighted by family members of crash victims taking the witness stand and then tearfully reliving the worst day of their lives. Dan Levy is live right outside the Schoharie County Courthouse once again for us this evening. Good evening to you, Dan.
Sabrina and Mark, good evening to you. Through the first 4 days of this trial, we have certainly seen and heard some very dramatic testimony. And as I reported yesterday, we've also seen some incriminating testimony, especially involving Mavis Discount Tire in Saratoga Springs. But today, we heard not just compelling testimony, but also heartbreaking testimony today. Of the 13 witnesses who took the stand Thursday, several were family members of victims or eyewitnesses, including Jacqueline Schnurr, whose husband and father were both killed while standing in the Apple Barn parking lot. Recalling the horror, she testified, "We heard a noise and it kept getting louder and louder. I saw a white blur coming toward my car and I thought, please don't hit my car. The next thing I remember was being on the ground. When I got up, I found my father in the brush on the edge of the parking lot. He was not alive. I never saw my husband." Fighting back tears, eyewitness Holly Wood said the limo just missed us. When it hit the ravine, it literally went into the air and came back down. I told my daughter to call 911. I told the operator I couldn't do anything for them. They were all gone. From there, it was just chaos, pure chaos.
I don't want to ask them any questions. I don't want to, reopen old wounds. We just want to say sorry. Because ultimately, and again, the legal answer is they have no real information to shed on the cause of the accident.
Kinlan says he was less than impressed with the testimony of senior state police investigator Erica Hawk.
She knew where I was going with my questioning. Is you arrested Nauman on October 10th. Then you conducted this whole investigation and found out the cause of the reason, but suddenly she forgot when they found out, which was months later.
Will your client take the stand?
I don't know. Again, it's a strategic decision we're all trying to make. There is some rumor that we might actually be done with the people's case as early as the beginning of next week.
Lee Kinlan also told me something a little while ago that you would expect him to say. He doesn't think the people's case is going very well at this point. Now, regarding whether or not Nauman will testify, at this point he said he doesn't think his client has very much to say, but the decision about that will be made in the coming days. Live in Schoharie County with coverage you can trust. Dan Levy, News Channel 13. Mark and Sabrina, back to you.
Dan, thank you.